the NerdyD pod. Time to let loose, time to break the walls. Time to go off, take 'em way back. Back to a time when it was okay to laugh. We're not here to play nice, we're here to speak loud. No sugarcoating, we're calling out the crowd. If you're too soft, better run and hide.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to the NerdyD pod. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. If this isn't your first time, welcome back to the show. This week's episode is brought to you by the Mike and D Casual Sports Show. If you aren't already subscribed to that channel, make sure you do. You're missing out. New format, Lauren. Yeah. We're going to try out something new tonight. Okay. We tried this on the Mike and D Casual Sports Show, and I absolutely fell in love with it. Mm-hmm. It is top 5 list.
Oh, okay.
The top 5 list, go back and forth. We each drop a top 5 list, and then we take some time to discuss it, and then we discuss it with the chat. Okay. I think I like that. I like the way that works. It's a simpler flow. It's much easier to prepare for, and it's more digestible for people who've never seen the show before. Because when I post clips of us talking, a lot of times the response is, why should I give a shit what these people think? Mm-hmm. But for some reason, when you put it in a top 5 list, all of a sudden people think you're an expert. They think that they know, you know what you're talking about. Yeah. Victor Wimby sucks. Him and Chris Paul are old ass. Selling my parlay. Man, Spurs have been rough, man. It's been rough. No more paywall, guys. We've shut down the ability to get memberships to the channel. No more what do you call them? Super chats. Just hanging out. It's just a channel to hang out. We're trying to build a community, trying to grow it as big and as fast as we can, and just create a place for wrestling fans, pop culture fans, sports fans to hang out and talk about whatever they want to talk about. And that's kind of the gist of what we're doing. Now that bullshit is out of the way, Lauren, let's start with our first top 5 list of the night. Now, hold on for a second.
Do I need to have my list with me?
I can read it to you if you'd like for tonight. I can read you your list.
Okay. I mean, I have it if I need to.
Well, you should. If you have it, then you can roll them off. I'll go first, though, okay? Yeah, okay. The first top 5 list we're doing tonight is the top 5 breads you can get at a restaurant. Mm-hmm. Okay? Top 5 breads you can get at a restaurant. Starting with my number 5, Carrabba's bread with olive oil. My number 4, Cracker Barrel cornbread. My number 3, the Red Lobster cheddar biscuit. My number 2, a Texas Roadhouse roll. And my number 1, a Church's honey butter biscuit. That's the number 1. That's the go-to for bread. All right, so do you have your list?
I do have mine.
Go for it.
All right, so my number 5 is Cane's garlic bread.
Okay.
My number 4 is Panera's Mediterranean cinnamon bread. So it's the bread that comes on their Mediterranean veggie sandwich. I don't know exactly the name of it, but I love it. It's delicious. My number 3 is Olive Garden breadsticks.
Okay.
2, Roadhouse rolls.
Okay.
And my number 1 is Golden Corral honey rolls, but with the honey butter.
All right, so let's talk about it. Let's have a discussion now. Let's openly discuss this list, because this is. I knew coming into this I was going to have issues with your list. Like it's inevitable. The things you say to me are sometimes extremely crazy. Now, 2 rolls on the list.
I looked at your list and now I kind of panicked.
2 rolls on the. So let's talk about rolls real quick.
They're both different types of rolls.
Are they?
Yes.
I don't feel like they're different. I think
different.
I think there's a very similar vibe going on between a Texas Roadhouse roll and a Golden Corral roll, and I will dare to say Texas Roadhouse is the superior roll. It's not Golden Corral. So here's the problem with the Texas Roadhouse roll. You have to throw in that cinnamon butter. That's the game changer. That's what takes it over the top. The problem with a Golden Corral roll is you never know how long it's been sitting there.
Just ask for some fresh rolls. Say, excuse me.
Golden Corral doesn't.
Could you please make me some fresh rolls?
Golden Corral doesn't respond like that.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Jose
don't.
in the back will be like,
Whoa, why is it gotta be Jose?
Because he's the one who makes our bread in San Antonio.
All right, you said that, not me.
Exactly, it was me. But yes, they're Golden Corral because they have like that honey butter stuff. It's delicious.
Golden Corral has honey butter?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had their honey butter. But I know that cinnamon butter's at Texas Roadhouse. That's a superior roll. We both had that at number 2. I think I spelt it Texas Roadhouse rolls on yours.
You did.
I was speeding fast through this.
You did.
Lauren don't give a fuck. Yeah, no, she don't. She'll say whatever's on her brain. There's no filter in between your brain and your mouth. Just what you think goes straight out, and we're gonna have to kind of clean up after what you say around here.
Well, you get what you get, and you don't get upset.
Wavy D saying Italian restaurants with the fresh
my
bread and the
God.
olive oil and the vinegar. That's the Carrabba's, Wavy D.
Fuck.
That's the number 5 on my list. That's that bread that they cut up and you dip it into olive oil and it's got the little spices in there and you eat that shit.
You know what I didn't put on there and I
What's
should
that?
have?
What's that?
I'm going to change my Mediterranean bread. Mm-hmm. Cheesecake Factory's brown bread.
So I considered it. Is Cheesecake Factory bread that good? Or is it just, most people are just excited to be at a Cheesecake Factory? It's that good?
It is that good.
It knocks something off your list?
It takes off my Mediterranean bread.
So how can you knock off number 4? Doesn't feel like you put that list in correct order. Shouldn't number 5 fall off the list? Let's talk about I looked up everywhere possible and could not find what Panera Mediterranean cinnamon bread is.
Well, you asked me my favorite breads, and I had to just put down whatever came in my mind first. And so, because if I don't, then I think about it too long, and then who knows what.
Sure, there's a thing called research you're allowed to do. This list is not meant to be the fastest thing you can do.
I have to go with my initial feelings.
Does cheesy garlic bread count at Domino's? I think so.
Yeah.
I think I would allow that on the list. Junkyard James says Outback bread is so good. It is. It was in high consideration for my list. Outback bread.
That's that brown bread too, no?
It's brown bread. It's very similar to the situation at Cheesecake Factory. Now you put Cane's garlic bread on there. That's just standard garlic bread. That's just buttered garlic bread that's thrown on a grill. It's not, to me, it's
Can
not.
I replace that with the church
You'll have an
honey butter
opportunity.
biscuit?
Yeah, you'll have an opportunity at the end to make some changes here. Right now, I'm just critiquing your list and looking at it because I like to get inside the brain of a crazy person.
I'm very normal.
See on the sports show, Mike very intelligent, right?
Uh-huh.
So his sports, usually I can dive into his list now and see like high level sports thought. With you, I feel like I'm diving into the brain of a crazy person.
You know what? There's always an exciting moment.
Sure. I married you. I know. I knew the roller coaster I was getting on when I married you. But they're saying the Domino's bread is killer. I've never had. What is this cheesy garlic bread that they're talking about with Domino's? Now we had something which I wouldn't consider bread from Little Caesars. They were like cupcakes with pizza on top, but to me, I consider that a pizza. But this breadstick they're talking about sounds like bread. Do you know what that is?
Yes.
Cheesy garlic bread?
So is it the one that is like the sticks, or is it the one that has like sometimes feta on top and stuff?
The bacon jalapeno cheesy bread is where it's at. Y'all are on some next level stuff here. I'm not sure I know what these breads are. I went with the Cracker Barrel cornbread because every time I go to Cracker Barrel, I eat at least 4 or 5 of these things.
I didn't put a biscuit on there. I just realized I've freaked out.
You did. You panicked. You'll get better at this. You'll learn that. You'll
Shot my
learn
load
the
real
art.
fast.
You will learn the art of the top 5 list. But here's a question for you, Lauren. A little follow-up question.
Yeah.
What is the acceptable amount of pieces of bread that you can eat before dinner before you start to feel like a fat ass?
2. I think anything past 2, you're being kind of a fatty.
Okay, so like Texas Roadhouse, if you knock back 2 rolls, it's over 2, right? 2's okay. If you go for the 3rd piece of bread, you've crossed the line that you can't come back from, correct?
I mean, you can come back from it still. It's just a fat girl night.
You start to feel bloated and shit when you hit that 3rd roll. When you hit that, like when I hit that 3rd cornbread at Cracker Barrel, I know it's one of those nights.
A whole basket by yourself.
Junkyard James says a whole basket. There was a time I could do a whole basket of bread, but I can't anymore. My body, I definitely, at 39 years old, my body can feel when I eat certain things. I feel like when I start eating too much bread, I immediately go, all right, regret it. Not a good idea. The sugar, the how it expands in your stomach definitely doesn't feel good. So they're saying the whole
it didn't bother me at all.
They're saying the whole thing. Junkyard Jane says Cracker Barrel biscuits. I'm not mad at that. I think the superior biscuit though is the Church's biscuit.
True.
I tried
biscuits.
when I made my list here. I tried to kind of, I think in terms of sports, like I wanted to get a balance of. I didn't want to go like you. You chose to go 1 and 2 with rolls, which is absolutely crazy.
Well, because they both popped in my head, and then I was like, wait, but I like them both. But is one better than the other? I think so. And we had just gone to Golden Corral recently.
Yeah, you're recency bias on this one.
I am. Yeah.
Because see, like I could make the argument for Golden Chick rolls.
They were on there, but I don't know if everybody in the world has Golden Chicks.
I don't either, but Golden Chick has amazing rolls.
Golden Chick has the most amazing rolls.
Answer is whenever the waitress doesn't offer more bread, if you have to, you've gone too far.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I remember that. That was the thing.
Don't
like
they
back in the day.
charge now at Cracker Barrel for rolls?
So that was a question I had. That was another question I have on here as a follow-up is, what are your thoughts on restaurants that are starting to charge for what used to be free bread?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? You okay with that? Or is it a human right? Is it like in the Bill of Human Rights that you're entitled to have free bread when you get to certain restaurants? If you go to Texas Roadhouse and all of a sudden they're going $5.99 for a basket of rolls, are you still?
No, I'm gonna say fuck you.
You're not doing it.
No.
What's the threshold on price that you would still buy? So let's say
I think like if you charge just like $2 for a basket of biscuits, I'm cool with that. All right, that's acceptable. But then you have these fuckers who go on TikTok and stuff like that are like, how to eat for your family of 17 at Texas Roadhouse for one. They order like one plate, they get the rolls, and they make mini fucking sandwiches out to them and hand them out to people. Like,
I've seen this.
I don't want to be fucking rude, but like, stay home or order it to go.
No, I've seen this. This is bullshit. This is the old Chipotle thing that used to piss me off, where people were like, order just a tortilla and then ask for all this free shit. No, you're the reason the price is going up, right?
Exactly.
If you're going to Texas Roadhouse and you're ordering one grilled chicken and cutting it into 6 pieces and making sliders for the family, you're the reason that Texas Roadhouse prices are going up. I agree with you completely on that.
Like, as a business owner, I totally get it. Like, I understand why. Like, you could even say like there is a roll per person. I don't give a fuck, but like, I'm not paying $5 for a basket of rolls. Just saying. When
I went to after I left Texas A&M Corpus Christi, I hurt my back. I went to Temple Junior College for a year, and there was a restaurant in Waco that was it was called the Baylor Special, and you for like $1.99 could get unlimited rolls and unlimited refills on soda, and it was amazing.
Oh, that's
like
awesome.
That was the meal for $1.99. You could just come in, sit down, get unlimited rolls and unlimited soda, and it was like $1.99 at the time.
Yeah, it's probably like the poor college kids' meal, like.
Yeah, except that it always like inevitably it was the greatest thing ever because you went, well, fuck it, I'll get like cheese sticks as well, right? And you slowly started to accumulate more as more people got there.
Yeah,
you started ordering more food, and so it was pretty.
I
cool.
agree.
They're saying free bread all day. If I have to pay for the bread, I'm going into Karen mode. Answer, if they try to charge me for bread, I'm walking out with the basket.
I swear, though, that when we went to Cracker Barrel, like, they charged us, right?
I do think that one time we went to Cracker Barrel, they asked, do we want the bread because they charge? I think Cracker Barrel, I've read a couple times, is struggling. They're on their, but maybe
it's because it's always, like, so packed, but then there's 20 million empty tables.
That's what I was about to say. Maybe don't put in a Cracker Barrel on every corner and then have one waitress that works at each one. Mm-hmm. Maybe that would be a better way to run your business.
Because I love Cracker Barrel. I love the Cracker Barrel.
Last question on this, Lauren.
What
is the ultimate bread dipping sauce? Like what or spread? Who has the best? Is it the cinnamon butter from Roadhouse? Is it who else has got like a good the olive oil from? I was introduced to the olive oil at Macaroni Grill. I don't know if Macaroni Grill still exists.
Shit.
What's that?
I know exactly what they're talking about.
What are you talking about?
I forgot to put on my ring.
Oh, is what they say.
Is that what he's talking about?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Wavy D said that he's watching the show and something caught his eye that you're wearing a key accessory that I'm missing.
Oh.
I did. I just bought some new ones. I have I don't wear my actual wedding ring only because I lose stuff and I break it. And actually, our engagement. I can tell the story. It's okay. My engagement ring, as soon as he got it for me, that same day, I broke off the diamond.
Yeah. You're rough.
So
you're very rough.
I wear the rubber rings.
We both wear the rubber ones. If that's what he's talking about.
Yes,
Actually,
I think that's what he's talking about.
We actually went to the store earlier to buy some.
I still forgot to put it on.
So you didn't put it on, but that's all right. I'm not.
I couldn't find scissors.
That shit doesn't bother me. So no, okay. Ultimate bread dipping sauce or spread. Olive oil. Is it the olive oil? Is it the cinnamon butter? Who else has good? Outback has some good butter.
I don't ever think about butter dipping sauces.
Really? You don't think about you said that
I don't really
you talked about not but dipping sauce. I'm talking about butters.
Oh,
The spreads,
honey
the
butter.
stuff you put on there. But who has the best?
Churches?
Does that count?
No.
I'm talking about you have to put it on.
Okay, so Cracker Barrel, they have blackberry jam.
But that's standard blackberry jam.
No, it's special.
There's Dead Chef saying cinnamon butter from Texas Roadhouse. I have to agree. Domino's garlic butter. I'm going to have to. So I think I'm allergic to garlic, but I'm going to risk it for the biscuit on this one because they are hyping this Domino's garlic butter like crazy. And I'm going to have to do one. I'll just do one. I'll get one. I'll dip it in this garlic butter sauce that they're talking about. And it's go time. I'll do one. It'll probably fuck me up for the whole night.
Wait, does marinara count as a dipping sauce then?
Sure.
Okay, well, I mean, that opens up some more things.
Definitely. So I had a question.
Yeah?
Is a hush puppy bread?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
Why?
I don't, because I
can get
think
it as
the
a side
act of
choice.
frying it into, I think it then becomes closer to like a French fry than it is a bread. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, a bread, what other breads are fried? I know there's going to be other fried breads, but
Fried pies.
that's not, what? You just say crazy shit. Fried pies? That's
Yeah,
not
it's
bread. That's a pastry. It's a pastry item. But so essentially, because to me, I think of a hush puppy as fried cornbread.
Oh, well, I think if this is a bread, I disagree with you because if I'm gonna get a side of bread, I want a hush puppy.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get that it usually is offered as an alternative to bread.
Is it crouton bread?
No, well, no, I don't think so.
See?
I don't think
They're
it's
called
bread.
bread croutons, though.
True, maybe it is. Maybe bread is a crouton. What about Texas toast? We didn't talk about Texas toast. But
I
Texas
love
toast can be good.
Texas toast.
That's like
Oh,
a
I
munchkin. Yeah, okay. So then the problem is that you gotta start talking about donuts, right? I think if you let hush puppies come into the conversation,
You gotta let
then
donuts.
donuts have to come into the conversation of the best bread, right?
Yeah, I guess a donut's not a bread.
But nobody's giving you donuts at the beginning of a meal or
How cool would that be, though?
interesting. Interesting concept.
do
You just
that.
starting off the meal, you just drop down a plate of donuts. Just, fuck it. Here you go. We're gonna get your sugar skyrocketing.
Hello, sir.
before
Would you like some donuts?
What restaurant is this where they talk like that?
This is the Japanese, Chinese, Irish pub down the street.
The Japanese, Chinese, Irish pub down the street.
That also serves donuts and hamburgers.
That is wild. All right, let's move on to our second list of that.
All right.
All right, I think we talked about bread all we could talk about. Although I could probably keep talking about bread.
Okay.
Second topic of the night here, Lauren.
Yes, sir.
This is trending in some places.
Okay.
This is the most underrated cartoons from your lifetime. Okay?
Okay.
You could go first.
All right. So my number 5 is As Told by Ginger.
Okay.
My number 4 is Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
Okay.
My number 3 is Clarence. 2 is Gravity Falls. And 1 is Sanjay and Craig.
All right, let me hit you with my top 5 underrated cartoons. At number 5, I have Two Stupid Dogs. At number 4, I have Recess. At number 3, I have Smiling Friends. At number 2, I have Sonic the Hedgehog. Don't sleep on Sonic. And at number 1, I have The Oblongs.
Oh.
So let's talk about it, Lauren.
Okay.
Let's talk about it.
Okay.
I feel like I feel sorry for you because I know this was your first time coming into a top 5 list competition, we'll call it, right? Because right now, 2-0. I'm killing you.
You are.
Right? I see the look in your face. You're beat down a little bit. You didn't come prepared. You thought you were going to throw these lists together in 10 minutes and that it was all going to be okay. Then you start seeing what I have on my list and you're struggling. Because I told you this earlier.
Stupid dogs. I don't know what the hell that is.
Well, we're going to talk about it in a minute. Here's my problem.
Yeah.
You are the cartoon person in our relationship.
I love cartoons.
You are the expert. I turn to you a lot of times to what is good right now. What should I be watching? I don't know what a Mr. Meaty is, Junkyard James. I have no clue. I'm not even sure what channel that comes on. Mr. Meaty. But, as told by Ginger?
Yes, I actually really used to love that cartoon as a kid.
But I said underrated.
It is underrated. It was a great cartoon. Like, if you're a girl, it was a great cartoon. Like, I loved it.
Let's have a talk about Clarence and Gravity Falls.
Yeah.
Underrated?
Yes.
They're properly rated.
Clarence is fucking hilarious.
No, don't get me. But they're highly rated cartoons.
Are they though?
Yeah, sure.
Are they?
Gravity Falls gets argued as one of the best cartoons, I think, of the last 10 years.
I might have panicked a little bit, okay? So just
saying, no, I'm not. Hey, you what? You made the list.
I was being artsy for a minute because I was also going to put like Ren and Stimpy on there.
Sure, that would have been better. That would have been better. But
then I was like,
the problem
Justin's going to think that's so dumb.
You made the list. You got to live with the list now. That's the problem, right? So Clarence and Gravity Falls, to me, are properly rated.
The PJs?
What?
The PJs.
Was that a cartoon?
It was a cartoon. It was a claymation cartoon.
Is claymation a cartoon? I don't think so.
It's animation.
That's not a cartoon.
Claymation.
Animation is not cartoon. Cartoon to me is hand drawn.
You know what? Fox calls it animation domination.
So you're not.
Animation is now cartoons are now done in computers.
But you're not hearing yourself. I think there's a difference in cartoon and animation. Things can be animated and not be a cartoon.
The Nightmare Before Christmas?
It's not a cartoon by any stretch of the means.
I disagree.
No, it's not a cartoon. I think that's a pretty standard. The Nightmare Before Christmas is not a cartoon. It is claymation, but it's not a cartoon. Ed, and Eddie, solid answer.
I love it.
I don't know.
Johnny Bravo.
But that's high rated once again.
Is it though?
Does that mean South Park is not a cartoon because I'm not okay with that? No, South Park is a cartoon.
But South Park is done by computer animation, and originally it was done with
The very first one was done stop motion with cardboard.
Exactly.
But now it's drawn on a computer, which makes it a fucking cartoon.
But originally it wasn't.
So the first one then isn't a cartoon. The first one is a stop motion cardboard cutout play.
Exactly.
Sure, I'm fine with that, but it's a cartoon. It's a cartoon because it's digital animation. What you're talking about is stop motion and is like digital. It's not a cartoon. Sorry, it's not a cartoon. Not in my book. It's not a cartoon.
We'll let the chat decide.
Wavy D says Recess, Code Lyoko, Hey Arnold, Cat Dog, Proud Family, Kim Possible, Jenny the Teenage Robot.
I love Jenny the Teenage Robot.
So I'm gonna hit you on Wavy D. Hey Arnold, I think
loved it.
Hey Arnold is properly rated. I think people like Hey Arnold. Same with Cat Dog. Cat Dog's properly rated.
Auto Monsters.
Proud Family properly rated. Great cartoon. Kim Possible's properly rated. I'm talking deep cuts. I don't know this Jenny the Teenage Robot. This may be a deep cut that I don't know. Don't know what a Code Lyoko is. Recess, definitely. Like, I'm on Recess. I think a lot of people slept on Recess. I was introduced to Recess by my friend Big Chris, and when he first turned it on,
one Saturday morning, bro.
Yeah, he first turned it on. I was like, what is this bullshit? And 30 minutes later, we're two high school kids watching Recess in the living room.
They got me every time, man.
Now, Sonic the Hedgehog. We got to talk about Sonic the Hedgehog because I don't see anybody clamoring for this. You got to go back and watch this cartoon, Sonic the Hedgehog. Very underrated.
Angry Beavers, amazing.
For an animated cartoon. I see baby Looney Tunes here. That was cute. Tiny Toons, right?
No, there was a baby Looney Tunes. Like, they were babies. Yes.
Don't know this
baby
show.
Miss Piggy.
That's Muppet Babies. That's not Looney Tunes.
Oh.
Come on, man. Let's stay with it. It was Tiny Toons, right? Angry Beavers, underrated. I'll go there.
People didn't love Angry Beavers. I loved Angry Beavers.
I don't feel like Angry Beavers ever got the respect. It kind of hit in a time where there was so much popping that Angry Beavers kind of flew under Which Sonic am I talking about? I think it's just the original Sonic. It's just I'd have to look it up. I don't know which one. I know there's been different iterations, but I have one. Rocko's Modern Life is goated. That's my favorite cartoon of all time. That's goated. It's properly rated. It's goated. It's Rocket Power. Mm-hmm. Rocket Power. Underrated. I will go Rocket Power. Rocket Power was my go-to. I'm staying home from school. I'm sick today. We're just going to watch Rocket Power the whole fucking time. That's what I used to just marathon Rocket Power.
I love cartoons.
Yeah. Chili Dog eating Sonic the Hedgehog. Yes. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't think I've seen that. I'm going to have to go and watch it now.
It's good. Very good. And then the Oblongs. The Oblongs takes me back to a time when you were just allowed to say whatever the hell you want, and it was like
Moral
it was
Oral?
on
That's
it was
another
on
good
real
one.
late and nobody Moral Oral.
Yeah, I like that
Was
one.
that a cartoon though?
Yes.
Or was
came
it
on
like
Cartoon Network?
That doesn't mean anything.
I disagree.
There's
with
shows
you.
that come on MTV that aren't music television.
It was okay.
Nah, you're not gonna win that one. Our Real Monsters. I don't know where it sits on like it's or is it highly regarded? But Our Real Monsters, great cartoon, absolutely great cartoon. Moral Oral was claymation. They're saying, see, like there is a difference in this, Lauren. There's levels to this animation game. Simpsons animated show, right?
Yes.
I'm not saying it's not underrated.
I would like to get a list of what every animated shows people are watching because right now I'm into.
So if you watch
Mount
this
Metropolis.
Smile and Friends, because I put this on here because I want to introduce it.
Wait,
to the
is
world.
that the one with the guy with the gun who went to go make them smile?
Yeah, this is the one where the dude was like super depressed and they have to
Yes.
like their whole job is to like cheer people up. This shit's great.
It was
I'm not a
pretty
big
good.
cartoon guy, but I've caught in wind of this Smiling Friends and it's got me hooked. I've watched a few episodes, which I don't normally do. And I'm in. I'm in on this one.
You are
That's
a
why I put it
cartoon
on there.
person.
I literally just put it on the list so I could say it and talk about it. So I could try to get everybody to watch it so then we could talk about it.
Happy Tree Friends. I don't think I ever watched that one. Or maybe I did. I just don't know what it is right now.
Who's the Happy Tree Friends?
I don't know. I'm going to look it up.
Damn, what about the Happy Tree Friends? I've never watched that. That sounds made up to me. That sounds
I've actually I have not ever seen the Happy Tree Friends. What is that on?
Yeah, what is that on? And then there's that Solar Opposites, right? Is that any good?
I love Solar Opposites.
You like that,
I was
right?
actually just literally watching that earlier. That's what made me wish that I would have redone my list because that is so good and that's on Hulu.
You get a chance here. What do you want to change on your list?
Well, I don't want to be on the spot, but I would take off As Told by Ginger. I'm gonna switch out Sanjay and Craig with Ren and Stimpy
Okay.
because that's one of the best ones.
Now hold on, Sanjay and Craig though, solid choice. We didn't talk about this.
Okay.
Very underrated. That's one of the
People don't
funniest
think it's funny?
cartoons. I think Sanjay and Craig's one of the funniest cartoons.
So actually, my last Hulu watch list is Solar Opposites,
Mhm.
Crapopolis,
Okay.
Bob's Burgers,
Okay.
Married with Children,
Okay.
Grimsburg, American
that
Dad,
Okay.
Universal Basic Guys. It's literally
So it's all cartoons?
It's all cartoons.
And you don't know what Two Stupid Dogs is.
No.
We're gonna have to watch some Two Stupid Dogs.
Is it an old cartoon?
It's old. It's old. And it's right in the middle of all of that shit you liked. It's in that Johnny Bravo.
Oh, Billy and Mandy. Yes, that's amazing.
I don't know Billy and Mandy.
Courage the Cowardly Dog. That's going on there.
Yeah, that
Gravity Falls is done.
But so
Courage
hold
is
on.
there.
The thing about Courage the Cowardly Dog when I was researching is seems to be held in very high regards.
Is it?
Yeah, so I don't think it's underrated. Like the internet seems to love Courage.
Zim Invader Zim.
I don't remember. I know who it is, but I don't remember
I
what
like that one
Invader
too.
Zim
Invader
was.
Zim was pretty cool.
But we're gonna watch Two Stupid Dogs. They used to say "caca" all the time, and it made me laugh
I hate
so
that
hard.
word, caca.
Oh no, it's funny. Caca. They say
Makes me want to
caca.
throw up.
So we'll have to watch that.
Yes.
What about Cow and Chicken? You remember Cow and Chicken?
Oh man, how did I not have that on there?
Cow and Chicken's a good one too, right?
It is.
It was kind of like a knockoff. It was a little bit of a knockoff of Ren and Stimpy, though. Let's be.
The Captain Planet was a good one.
So hold on. So okay. So the original topic, guys, was creepiest cartoon characters, and then we shifted over. I thought for the first episode of doing the top 5, that underrated cartoons was better. Captain Planet was on my list of creepiest cartoon characters.
Why?
Why is this dude just randomly popping up with 5 teenagers?
Because he's our hero. He's gonna take
Is
us
he though?
from zero.
Is he is the guy who's recycling our hero?
Yeah,
He was never my hero.
he was the original OC.
Max and Ruby was goated. I don't know the Max and Goose, but that may be.
Our kids watched it. Kylie was watching.
I was gonna say, so at 39, I may be aged out a little bit of some of these
Franklin.
things.
I'm not gonna lie. If I was homesick, I would watch Franklin all the time with my little brother.
Franklin's a turtle, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember him.
Hey, it's Franklin.
I remember him.
Coming over.
I'm not gonna lie. Garfield. There was a show that came in between Garfield. You got an episode of Garfield, and then there was Barnyard Friends. Barnyard Friends was underrated.
I did like Barnyard Friends.
Barnyard Friends was underrated. It was definitely a good
what's the name from
cartoon.
wrestling looks like one of them to me.
Yeah, they slid that in between 2 episodes of Heathcliff. That's a solid. That's a deep cut, Dead Chef.
Mm-hmm.
Heathcliff. Oh
Heathcliff, he's
shit.
the one.
Yeah.
Something in your neighborhood.
He used to dig through the trash can and pull out like the dead. Oh.
Garfield,
all right, see now Wavy D, Xylon Showdown. This is that Japanese shit. This got to be. This is that Io Sky stuff. Now he's on these Io Sky cartoons. Don't tell me about some Minchin dead fucking robots and things like that. I'm not into that. He said, "Yep, we're old. Yeah, we are.
Mucha Lucha. I know what that is. Let me look it up because it sounds so familiar and I've probably seen it.
All right, well I'm gonna start setting up the next.
Okay, you do it.
The next list.
I'm gonna look for me for some Mucha Lucha.
Well, you look up what Mucha Lucha was. I don't remember Mucha Lucha. I was a Nickelodeon kid though.
Yep.
So
I know Mucha Lucha.
Rocco, loved Rocco, loved Rugrats. Not underrated though. I'm not trying to call this underrated, but Rugrats was one of my favorite cartoons of all time. Love the Rugrats. Although Rugrats, fun story.
Yeah.
Just read an article that like Dee Dee and Stu were like 30 something years old.
Yeah.
That's wild because they were like so depressed and shit about their lives.
Oh man, that would be like us right now.
That'd be younger than us.
No. I'm only 25.
Okay. All right, Lauren, you ready for the third list of the night?
Yes.
Topic number 3.
Okay.
The top 5 craziest Hollywood celebrities. I will go first, starting with Britney Spears at number 5.
Mm-hmm.
Megan Fox / MGK at number 4. They come as a team.
Okay.
Ashton Kutcher at number 3.
Mm-hmm.
P. Diddy at number 2. And Orlando Brown at number 1. Who do you got?
Okay. So my number 5 is Beyonce.
Okay.
4, Jada Pinkett Smith. 3, Cardi B. 2, Tom Cruise. And number 1, The Diddler.
So your list relies very heavily on current events. You must be sold on the Diddy conspiracies.
100%.
Because putting Beyonce on this list can get you fucked up in some places.
I might, but my thing with Beyonce is that her music tells us one thing, yet her husband's doing another.
Not mad at that. Not mad at that. But that's wild to put her on the list of the craziest celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I'm gonna stick to it.
No, I'm good.
Bang bang shots fired.
Okay.
I'll probably get all sorts of internet hate, but it's just my opinion,
Because I don't know if she's.
I am a woman who very believes in like marriage and stuff like
Sure,
that, and so
sure.
faithfulness, that's a big thing to me. I don't care if you got $1 million,
But I don't know if that makes her crazy as much as it just
crazy.
makes her maybe fake.
Jada Pinkett Smith, that bitch is crazy.
She's crazy.
On Red Table Talk,
you get no argument from me.
Okay.
Jada Pinkett Smith,
thank you.
crazy person.
Like
Cardi B.
Yeah.
Crazy person.
I like the music, though. I'm not going to say. Like, I like Beyonce's music, the earlier Beyonce music. I'm not even talking about that. Jada Pinkett Smith, I like some of the shows. I like Fresh Prince. Not going to be a hater.
But she wasn't a
Cardi
main
B,
player.
I like her music.
I
just think she's kind of crazy.
I don't like her music. Fuck her music.
Tom Cruise, I did like him in the movie Legend.
See, I think Tom Cruise is a scam artist. I don't think he's crazy.
He's like into all that Scientology
But
shit.
I think that's all a scam. I think that's all all manipulation of like people and I don't think he's crazy. I think he knows that it's bullshit. And I just think that like I would say like cult leader.
Yeah.
As the same way like with Diddy, I don't know if Diddy's crazy or if he's like cult leader weird.
Everything that allegedly he did. He's weird and crazy.
Or just gay.
This is true.
I mean, just gay.
But just be okay with being gay.
Yeah, but I don't know that makes him crazy.
No.
Lindsay Lohan is just a junkie. They're saying that's different. Yeah, I don't.
Well, see, I
don't consider
Lindsay
Lindsay Lohan
Britney
crazy.
Spears and all them on there. Like,
No.
I feel like they're
No.
What?
That bitch was dancing with fucking swords.
Who was dancing with
Britney
swords?
Spears was dancing with fucking knives and shit.
How do
She's
we know
doing
that-
dances in her living room with fucking knives and shit.
How do we know that the
No, that's a
system,
crazy person.
The system did not mess her up.
Hold
They're
on.
not secretly
That's
giving
fine.
her drugs.
That's fine. No. That's fine. The system can cause craziness. But if you walk into the
I
kitchen
love
tonight.
Britney Spears.
Hold on. You walk into the kitchen tonight. And I'm in the kitchen and I'm doing this shit with 2 knives. Just like this. Just fucking dancing with knives and shit.
You know what I'm gonna do later, right?
What's that?
I'm gonna come up to you with your fucking knives and start going.
You do that. That's a KO, boy. Don't come swinging knives at me. That's a KO. I'm not playing. I don't got time to think about. I'll just react.
Oh man, what would you do if somebody just came up to you and started like dancing with knives? I'd run them over.
So I don't ask a lot of questions.
What?
Like when people come up and make me uncomfortable, I'm probably just gonna kick them in the chest
Yeah.
and then say like, "Hey, man, don't dance with knives around me. That's not a good idea." So Britney Spears, certified crazy person. Let's put that on.
I'm not gonna go against my
Junkyard
favorite
James, you're not gonna get Kanye West. I think Kanye West is a fucking genius.
I do too.
I think
told
he's
you,
brilliant.
We were sitting listening.
I think he's so fucking
He knew.
a different type of thinker. And I'm not saying that like not genius in the fact that like he knows things because that's what you're gonna go on. But I just think that like I don't think he's crazy. I think he just
He thinks
absolutely
so
looks at the
differently.
world differently.
Yeah. So like we were listening to something that he was saying about like the system we live in and that it's a I don't remember what the fuck he said.
Yeah, I don't.
But I was like, oh my God, I know exactly what he's talking about.
Yeah, but you're a crazy person too, so you're perfect for this
Crazy.
list. Vince McMahon, crazy person, not crazy person. I
Not
don't know if
crazy.
he's crazy.
He's
I
not
think
crazy. He's just a horny old man.
unchecked wealthy white man is what
Yeah.
I'd say about Vince McMahon, right? Tony Khan, definitely crazy person. Definitely a crazy person.
He's a little bit on the
Vince
tism
McMahon, I think,
spectrum.
is unchecked wealthy white man who never had consequences and so was just able, and I think this is what happens with a lot of these Hollywood fucks, is that there's no consequences, so they keep blurring the lines to themselves.
Yeah.
Antonio Brown, CT. That's what I believe. I believe he's got brain injuries. I don't know. Like from everything I've read a little bit about Antonio Brown, and I guess that makes you crazy. But to me, the spirit of what I was going for was just like people that seem crazy. I don't. He seems like a guy. They talk about Antonio Brown like he had it all together, and then like one day he just kind of went crazy. He was never
Yeah.
the same. So I don't.
That's sad.
Yeah, I don't love that. Who else you got? You got J.D. Pinkett Smith. I agree with you there. Beyonce. I think
I
you
suffer a little bit from
I think you're
tea
going to get
already.
attacked from what?
What?
You suffer from what?
The tea? I'm not going to repeat it.
Tom Cruise, I'm with you. Diddy, I'm with you. Brittany, okay. Megan Fox and MGK. They're drinking blood, Lauren.
That's just fucking weird.
So, I mean, prime for this list, correct?
Yeah.
I mean, they're drinking each other's blood. They're. Why is it? And I mean, like they have a bunch of weird fucking kids. Why do all these celebrities have weird kids? I guess because they're weird. Makes sense.
Yeah, that's
Apple
a whole
doesn't fall
nother
far from the
story.
tree. And then Ashton Kutcher. I get weird vibes from that dude.
Are him and what's his name like getting divorced?
Who's that? Is he
His
with
wife?
He's with Mila Kunis, right?
Yeah, I heard they were getting divorced.
I don't know.
I don't actually really know what's going on, but like
I don't know. But it's weird. Jennifer's body, though, it makes it okay. Who are they talking about?
Jennifer's body is going to be Megan Fox. She was in that movie.
Oh.
She's pretty.
Makes it okay, though.
She's very
Gotcha.
pretty.
Yeah. I mean, I think that can be said about a lot of crazy people, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the risk of a lot of crazy people.
Maybe
is,
Jesus says, you know what? You got to take a little bit crazy with it, you know?
What's the wildest rumor you've heard right now about all this like shit going on?
Ooh.
I want to hear what you say.
That Beyonce killed that dude who just died in like the
Liam
whatever.
Or yeah.
that like they didn't thank her. Like if you don't thank her at the awards, then you're gonna die.
See, the wildest thing to me is that they think that old boy from Family Matters was getting fucked. The dad.
Purple?
No, the dad. The bald dad.
The
Carl
dad?
Winslow.
Ew.
Yeah. That's
Why?
wild to me. That's wild. Like, why him?
I don't
Of
know.
all the celebrities and shit, that is the thing that I find the wildest.
Why
is that
him?
Carl Winslow was getting his cheeks clapped in a
For
back
what?
room. Meek Mill got his insides rearranged by Diddy. I
That's
saw people
so
saying that. That's crazy.
Crazy.
I saw a tweet the other day, and I'm not going to talk about the election, but I did see a tweet where Meek Mill had endorsed Kamala Harris, and the first thing was, Diddy's clapping your cheeks, brother. We're not listening.
Yeah. I just saw something like, not to get all political, but basically, like, if you look at who's supporting her,
it did feel like a Diddy
they're
list.
on the Diddy list.
It definitely did feel like the Diddy list was riding hard for Kamala Harris. Just saying. I don't give a shit. Yeah. I don't care. I'm in the middle. I'm independent. Mm-hmm. I'm an independent voter.
I'm for my family, and for my family, and to buy groceries.
So let me ask you a question. Orlando Brown, okay? Because this is the consensus for me. He's absolutely batshit crazy. But there's some people who say
he plays crazy.
That he's playing crazy.
So they don't kill him.
You think, though?
So he's clearly a drug addict. And like, it may have started because he started doing drugs in order to cope. And then it just became who it is. Because when you look at his eyes, you can see the crazy in his eyes. But then there's also like this deep, crazy, like pain. I don't know. I kind of feel sorry for the dude. I'm not going to lie.
My problem is, if you're crazy and you say enough crazy shit, some of it's going to be slightly accurate. And I think that what happens is he says crazy shit. And then like some of it comes true. And we're all like.
So I think honestly, it's a lot of it is true.
Hold on.
But it's his delivery.
See, this is where you fell into the bullshit. You fell into the hole. Because see, I can't go with him when he starts talking about Chris Brown is actually Magic Johnson and they switched bodies, and that who was he talking about the other day? He was like, it was like Usher's vagina. He goes on stage and he rubs his vagina.
He's talking about his butthole.
I get maybe
his man vagina.
Maybe, but then he deep throats a microphone. When he's in an interview and you can clearly see that everybody else is uncomfortable.
There's some truth to what he's saying. Chris Brown is a dance fighter.
Like when him and that lady Jaguar start talking to each other, it does fucking feel like an autistic classroom. Like it does feel like there's a lot of like jibber jabber that doesn't make sense. The redhead from That's So Raven said Orlando was always like that. I saw that on a podcast.
I don't know who Meek Mill is.
Where she said he always was just making shit up. And that is the wild thing, right? Because like if 10% of what he's saying is true, that's cool. But the other 90% is fucking batshit crazy. I don't know who Meek Mill is, Ted Chef said.
I know, I was laughing.
Yeah, Orlando Brand, obviously the most crazy person in the world right now. Like the things he says. Have you watched his interviews?
No, actually I haven't.
Go watch his interviews and come back and then
I've just seen him go like
confer with me on.
Give me those Tony Khan eyes.
Tony Khan, crazy person.
I just want to blink as many times as him in like 1 second.
Let's see. Last topic here.
I always feel like somebody who blinks a lot, you can't trust them.
So this one came from the Discord.
Okay, what is this?
There was conversation. I like to lurk in the just venting room in the Discord's my favorite.
Okay.
This is where they all get in there and they talk shit about like their dates and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm curious.
And it makes me so happy that we are happily married and I don't have to think about this. But then it gets me just like hypothetically in my head going, oh, let's think about the situation they're going through and try and figure it out. And the thing they were kind of going on about was first dates. Nerdy is a lurker. I'm lurking. I'm lurking in the Discord. I am lurking the just venting or whatever. So top five. We need top 5 first date spots, Lauren. I'll let you go first. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. I go from 5 to 1, right?
Okay.
All right. Number 5, a movie.
Okay.
Number 4, axe throwing.
Okay.
Number 3, a comedy club.
Okay. 2,
Bolero.
Okay.
And 1, Olive Garden.
All right, cool. Let me hit you with my list and then we'll talk about it. Number 5, palm reading. Number 4, an escape room. Number 3, a cooking class. Number 2, the Cheesecake Factory. And number 1, bowling. Let's talk about it.
Okay, let's talk about it.
So let me explain let me start. Let me explain because I know my list sounds fucking crazy.
Before you say anything, motherfucker.
Yeah.
How come you haven't taken me to a palm reader, an escape room?
Are you ready? Are you,
yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
These are all tests. These are all different tests to see how crazy a bitch is. Okay? If you take her to palm reading and she comes out of there and she believes it, red flag. Fucking run. That's number 1, right? So these are tests. This is I'm putting myself into just venting. Hold on. Putting myself into the just venting room, hypothetically, trying to help these dudes out. These girls are out here toxic. It's
Tom
clear.
Brady is actually really fucking smart because, like, I thought that these were things you wanted to do.
No.
And I was like, well, fuck
No,
you.
these
bitch.
chicks are toxic, right? These chicks are toxic. So I'm gonna be toxic back. If they're gonna fucking, you saw the thing where this girl showed up, had dinner with a guy, ordered oysters, crab fried rice, fucking ran the bill up, and he just put $100 down and left. He's like, fuck this. I got a drink. You ordered $100 worth of food. I'm out, right?
Yeah.
So if they're gonna be toxic like that, I'm gonna be toxic back. Palm reading. If they're into crystals, you'll learn real quickly, right? If they believe in like if they got horoscope, crystals, or they believe in the palm reading, red flag, I'm fucking out of there. If they walk out of there and they're like, oh, that was bullshit, fucking high five. We can go to date number 2. Okay? Number 2, an escape room.
Okay.
You got to see how these bitches work under pressure.
Oh, no.
Right? If they're
No.
freaking the fuck out and yelling and stuff, you've got to get them, because all chicks are super sweet on date number 1, right? They're at least trying to. You've got to put them in a high stress situation so they just blow up. And she starts screaming. You go, hey, dap them up and go, hey, we're out. I'm out. Just open the door. I don't need to solve any more puzzles. She's crazy, right? 2 good first dates.
Okay.
I know a lot now. Number 3, cooking class, right?
You're clearly trying to test their womanly skills.
So cooking class, right? Obviously, I just need to see how she reacts under following instructions. That's it. It's not about cooking. It's not about cooking, but here is a list of 10 simple steps, and it should look like this at the end. If you get to the end and it doesn't look like this, that means your simple comprehension skills are lacking. That's a red flag. I'm going to have to get the fuck out of here. Okay?
Okay.
Cheesecake Factory.
Uh-huh.
Stay with me.
Okay.
If you're not happy at a Cheesecake Factory, who the fuck are you?
Exactly.
If you say first dates at Cheesecake Factory and they question that,
Run.
yeah.
Run.
Yeah, I'm not even showing up.
I agree.
I'm not even coming. And then number 1, bowling, is because you can tell how goofy somebody is by how they bowl. Like if they go out there and bowl and they fall down or they're super uncoordinated, super unathletic, that's not something you want to have kids with. Like if they're fucking flopping around and they can't.
I don't know if bowling is.
Oh, sure. No, bowling is the ultimate sign of fucking hand-eye coordination, slight athletic ability. Also, there's alcohol, so you're going to see, right? Because I'm competitive.
Yeah.
I want to win. If you just get completely fucking sloshed and you go up there and make a fool of yourself, well, we can have a fun night. We can finish bowling, but you got to go home by yourself. That's the way I see that.
I do
those
think
are
that
five great first date spots because we've got to be toxic back. Now I'm going to tell you about your list.
Okay.
Your list is the top 5 places I just wouldn't go besides bowling.
What do you mean?
So movie theater,
Yeah.
you can't talk.
Exactly. Like you get to like break the ice at first if you're not sure if you like them or not, and then afterwards you can talk about the movie.
But see, that's false. If you give someone a false stimuli to talk about, anybody can have a conversation.
Number 5 is like if you're going on a first date and you're like unsure about people, okay, cool. Then you know what you can say, like, hey, let's go axe throwing.
No.
Why?
With a crazy person? You're
I mean,
going to
they're
go
gonna
around
throw the
weapons?
axe at you.
They could.
I want to go axe throwing.
But we're in a stable relationship. I don't feel like you'll turn. Let's say you're at axe throwing, right?
Uh-huh.
And the girl's really into you.
Okay.
And some other girl walks by and you're not into her. And you go, oh, shit, okay. And then you turn around and whoo, oh, fuck.
I'm sorry. Did that axe just graze
I don't
your
want to be
ear?
around sharp things on date number 1. I don't know you well enough.
True.
Axe throwing's like a date 3 or 4 type thing.
Okay.
That
All
to
right.
me. Olive Garden, okay. You know,
I love the Olive Garden.
I like Olive Garden too, but I don't know. It's not a Cheesecake Factory makes everybody happy, right? Olive Garden makes you fat and bloated.
But you don't have to get a fucking You also don't have to eat all the fucking meal.
Then why go to Olive Garden?
Olive Garden has delicious breadsticks.
Yeah, no. Well, I guess so. Based on that, you
And
could
also,
judge
you
how
have to
many
say, like,
breadsticks she takes.
So Olive Garden also isn't just like super cheap. It's still like $20 a plate, you know? Like if you're not happy going to the Olive Garden, then what do you want?
No, there's people who just don't like Olive Garden. Nobody doesn't like Cheesecake
Who
Factory.
doesn't like
Have you
Olive
seen
Garden?
Cheesecake Factory's menu? It's got 9 pages.
Well, Cheesecake
Like,
Factory,
if you
Olive
don't
Garden.
like
I
spaghetti-
could cancel out Cheesecake Factory or Olive Garden. I could replace it with Cheese Factory. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, but if no, we're gonna figure this out, right? Because if you go to Olive Garden, you better like spaghetti. of some sort and marinara and tomatoes. If you go to Cheesecake Factory, you get orange chicken, you could get pasta, you could probably get kangaroo, you get a little bit, like Cheesecake Factory has 9 pages of the most random shit in the world. Denny's menu has 9 pages too, just saying. I'd go to Denny's on a first date. I don't think that's a bad idea. Comedy club is interesting.
I'm a girl. I don't want, so like, I honestly, like, as a girl, I don't want to fucking plan out the dates.
Sure.
I may be different, and I may be a different type of breed of girl. Like, I want the guy to plan it for me.
Don't take this personal.
I'm not.
You made a bad list.
I did.
You made a bad list.
I did.
It's okay.
It was my girl brain. It didn't work. Sorry.
It's okay.
You're the man. You're supposed to
Sure.
be able to plan it for me
It's
and
all
make
right.
it so amazing and memorable.
I'm breaking down to you why it's wrong. That's
Exactly.
all.
I agree with you.
It's okay.
And
But
this
you
is
look
why
like
women should not be able to make these decisions on their own.
Feels like you get a little upset. It feels like you get a little upset.
I'm actually laughing.
I took my ex to Olive Garden, and she ordered food and took one bite. So I've had bad vibes with Olive Garden. Denny's, took, there you go.
Okay, well, I'm curious to see what would everybody else's, what were some of their
Lauren,
first date ideas?
Wavy D said, I'll fix your list. Get rid of Olive Garden and a movie theater. Move axe throwing to number 1 and add Dave and Buster's and spinning class.
What the heck? Like spinning class?
Oh, spinning clay vase. Making it top. No.
I might think you're gay if you take me to a clay making class.
Yeah, any dude who takes a girl to clay making is
that might be like a third date.
Yeah,
like
Once
hey,
you're cool.
Like if you find out like if she's into art and
once
shit.
she knows you don't suck dick, it's cool. That's cool. You can go do that. Sporting event is good. I'm with you, Junker James.
Sporting event I think is cool.
But it's a bit of an investment these days. Mm-hmm. So that gets me to my next question. What's the proper budget first date? What is your expectation that someone needs to spend on the first date?
I don't know. I mean, well, because everything, like, to go out to eat now, it's like $50 anyways, right?
It's more than that. It's gonna be $100 with drinks and stuff.
Okay, so I guess at least $100.
I say 150.
Okay.
I say this is my point. This is the thing I've said. Like, if you're getting taken to Starbucks on the first date, understand that is a filler. Like, I am not sure. And you should not be sure, and we're going to just get to know each other. That's why I hate when people are like, don't take me to Starbucks, right? I see people say that.
Yeah.
That's bullshit, right? Because that is just a filler out of, are you worth the 150? Because 150 is a big leap, right? Wavy D's saying 200's the cap. Like, I think if you're excited.
So I have a question for the guys, right? Should the guy pay for the date?
Yeah.
I agree.
I believe so.
100%.
I believe in very traditional values. I do believe.
Like
Starbucks and grabbing a drink isn't a date, it's an interview. 100%. But I think that should be step 1. I agree with what Wavy D says. It's not a date. We're not gonna. It's the interview process.
You go get coffee with me. Let's go. Like,
it is
get some coffee with me.
Yeah, it is the conversation that lets me know, are you worth the investment I'm about to put into this first date?
I remember watching like a show like How to Marry a Millionaire or something, and she used to put like a 2-drink cap on these girls. And I didn't understand it then, but like now I do. The minute that you introduce alcohol into any of these things, it's going to completely change the dynamic of
100%.
like the interaction.
Yeah.
Which at the same time, if you want to see how they are drunk, then you know. But that's why I didn't put like go grab a drink and whatever.
Sure, I agree. That liquid alcohol is liquid courage, right? I think on a first date, if you're really serious about getting to know somebody, you don't drink.
Yeah, agreed.
Maybe, drink on the second or third date, you can start drinking because you've established who you are. Dead Chef says he can cook, so he can do a $200 meal for $70. Yeah, we're not all you, Dead Chef. We can't. We all can't do that.
That would be cool. So like if like you cooked for me, I would be like, oh, that's so sweet. That's so cool.
Yeah, but then like you run into the thing like, what if they're allergic to something you put in there and you didn't know?
And then they're probably
that
like,
would scare me.
What if he's gonna trap me in my house?
I think cooking a meal to me. Also being like, hey, you want to come over date 1? It's like, red flag. I'm not doing that. Getting Starbucks is only a date if she's dropping neck afterwards. I guess so. All right, Lauren.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Okay.
Let's go to, I have a top 5 list of the snacks I'm excited about.
Ooh.
All right. So number 5 is there's a new Captain Crunch Arctic Crunch. It's
What is
vanilla flavored Captain Crunch.
Oh, that sounds
Looks
good.
absolutely amazing. Number 4, Taco Bell's about to drop some nuggets on us. Don't know why. Don't know if I really need them, but
Okay.
I'm willing to give it a try. Number 3, Five Guys has a candy cane milkshake, and I'm all about candy cane. That's the
don't
one
love
great thing
candy
about it.
cane.
I love candy cane.
You just
Number-
bought candy cane toothpaste.
I know. I'm excited to go try it. Number 2 is Berry Freeze Prime from Logan Paul. And number 1 is a Popeyes turkey. Popeyes has turkey now.
That you can buy like year round?
So you can order, it's pre-cooked. I don't know if this is just a Thanksgiving thing, but you can order
Okay.
a pre-cooked turkey and all you have to do is heat it up. That's all. I might do it for Thanksgiving. I might cheat this year and just do it for
You
Thanksgiving.
should definitely.
It's Cajun turkey, which I like Cajun turkey. I don't like
Do I like
barbecue
Cajun
turkey.
turkey?
I think you do. It's just you
Okay.
like Cajun flavor. So, what Junkyard James? You tried the spiced cranberry Sprite and it's very good. Let me
Really?
ask you a question.
Is it spicy?
So yeah, is it? Do you like apple spice and pumpkin spice? Do you like those things? Is it in line with that world of drinks? Because if it is, I'm not gonna like it. Wavy D says he's the prime ambassador of this community. I can second that. I'll approve that nomination. Mm-hmm. Wavy D,
Try the berry freeze one for us.
the official prime ambassador. Yeah, let me know. You let me know if it's worth me going.
It's cranberry
No, it's
Sprite.
just cranberry Sprite.
Okay.
Okay.
I could get into that.
I'm back in.
Is there caffeine in Sprite?
No. You like caffeine.
I'm out.
I like non-caffeinated drinks.
I love caffeinated drinks. Remember the moment that I figured out there's 45 milligrams of caffeine in Mountain Dew?
Now that's all you drink?
I'm a Mountain Dew girl for life. But the Baja Blast.
So this reintroduces me into the Sprite because I was afraid it was going to be spicy, right? We got that Beetlejuice drink, which
Yeah.
was apple spice soda, and it was horrible. Absolutely
Yeah.
horrible.
So gross.
So I'll try 91 milligrams in a 20-ounce Mountain Dew, and you drink like 4 or
6.
5.
12 cans.
I drank
12
5 primes this past weekend. I was mixing my vodka and Bacardi with it. Interesting. Interesting.
Powerade.
What's that?
Powerade's a good mixer.
You used to always like Powerade with it. The Beetlejuice soda was booty cheeks. Okay.
It was so gross.
Well,
right?
no, but this is a good. So I like this Junkyard because this is a good metric for me to know that
If you don't like it, then
if
we'll
he
like this
doesn't
one,
like the apple spice soda, but he's saying that the Sprite, the cranberry Sprite, is good. Then I'm good with trying it at least and seeing what it's about.
Yeah, it's probably good. I would want to try it because I like the what did I say that ginger ale one was called? They have like a cranberry version that I really like.
I don't know what you're talking about. Candy cane. You don't like candy cane? We tried to find
don't.
candy cane Hershey Kisses today and they were sold out.
Okay, maybe I'm a liar.
You like candy cane Hershey Kisses,
I do
right?
like candy cane Hershey.
So then what are you
Kisses.
talking about?
I just don't like candy canes. Like they're not my favorite.
Well,
Like
I don't necessarily just want to eat a candy cane, but I think a candy
you
cane
honestly want to
flavor.
know where it comes from.
What?
Is that I really want a sugar cookie flavored coffee creamer, and nothing freaking exists like that.
So all you see is
They only have peppermint sugar cookie or
So
like
you're
peppermint
angry?
mocha. I think I have like some sort of bias towards candy
you're
cane.
angry because of the
they
coffee
make-
creamer.
Yes.
All right, I'll allow it. I like it.
I just realized that. I think that's where my hatred's coming from.
I like it. I mean, I like the moxie in that. That
Damn
seems.
it,
I mean,
Janet.
you're standing for something. You're standing on principle.
Yep.
If Lauren was born later on the timeline, she would have loved Borgs in college. I don't know what the fuck a Borgs is. Taco Bell nuggets. What do you think about that?
Four Locos. Captain Crunch, is that what you said?
No, the Taco Bell chicken nuggets. Captain Crunch is gonna be good.
Oh yeah.
Captain Crunch is good to
delicious.
begin with. Now you're adding vanilla to it. That's gonna be amazing. I don't know. I don't even have to talk about that. But Taco Bell chicken nuggets, and they have like
They have like Mary chefs, I think, to cook with. So I mean, like they could be fire, but like, do they bring it to life with water like they do their meat?
ooh, I don't know.
Well,
They
wouldn't
also
that
have
be
special
crazy?
dipping sauces.
Oh, I like their sauces. So
Now
it
I'm
could
not
be
gonna
really
lie.
good.
They got good French fries. Taco Bell has good nacho fries.
Did we have?
I've
French
had
taco
some.
fries?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had.
I've had some nacho fries. They're good.
When do we have taco fries?
I don't know. I go with Skylar all the time, so maybe. Are they just KFC nuggets? That's a very good question because there's a high probability.
Oh no, I know what a Borg is. I do know what it is. Yes.
There's a high probability that they are just leftover KFC nuggets that the truck just passes KFC and keeps going to Taco Bell. But they're a limited time thing, so I think they start in like December.
I get excited when they do limited time things. So I heard word on the street, and it could be made up, that Burger King is coming out with a Ninja Turtle.
You told me could not find this because this would have made the list, but it was
Did somebody make it up and I just
Very
fell
possible.
into the trap?
I have high quality sources on the snack game. It's Marky Devo.
Yeah.
Marky Devo is where I get a lot of it, and then the Snackalator. Two people with names I trust.
Mm-hmm.
What's a Borg is if you take a gallon jug, fill half with water and Neo or electrolytes flavoring, and fill the rest with your choice of alcohol.
Hydrating and
vodka.
alcoholic. I get it. Yes.
Oh, gotcha.
I'll pass.
All right. It's time for Hear Me Out.
All right.
Now, we're going to talk about Hear Me Out. Because I've had some ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Hear Me Out. I love this segment. But I still feel like it's missing a slight little twist. Mm-hmm. And so, keeping in theme with the top 5, because I'm obsessed with it right now, so that's what we're going to do. This is going to be the last just randomly submit people for Hear Me Out. From now on, I want everybody to submit their top 5 Hear Me Out list, and then me and you will judge their list, and we'll come up with the best Hear Me Out list. Because it's still, the problem with this game is I still don't, most of the women on this list, I don't think they're Hear Me Outs. Does that make sense?
Say, yeah, I do that.
What?
You'd say, yeah, I do that.
I mean, look at this first one.
That's Beth, right?
No, that's the girl from Friday Night Lights, I believe.
The mom?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But like, I don't think that's, to who is that Hear Me Out?
Somebody do her, like they'd be like, that's milk.
Most people are not saying no to that. So like, there's one or two on this list that are definitely Hear Me Outs, but there's a lot on this list that are just like attractive people. So I want from now on, instead of sending me images, send me your top 5 Hear Me Outs. And then historically sitcom moms have been baddies. Agree, but I did go online and find a list that was already made of Hear Me Out moms. And it was fucking hilarious. And some of them would have been really good. But here's number 1. Hear Me Out on the mom from Friday Night Lights. Is there anybody who's saying no to this?
I don't think so.
Right? I mean, what does that say on the picture? What would
Tammy Taylor do?
Is she Tammy Taylor? Is that
I believe
who she
she's
is?
Tammy Taylor, yes. Tammy Taylor here from a little town.
Wavy D said he never watched the show.
I didn't watch it
never
either.
watched the show either, but just based on this photo, I don't think there's a lot of argument there. Number 2 is this one. This is the one I submitted. I'll wait for you to get it for me.
I don't see it. Dude, I was just watching Married with Children, and this was literally on my list. Like, I didn't even say it, but I was mind thinking it.
So this is when we talk about Hear Me Out. This is the level of like, you really got to think about this because she's a little crazy. Mm-hmm. Second girl, I'll pass. Don't like redheads, I'll pass. Ooh, they're hating on Peg Bundy, man.
But if you look at her as the mom in, she's on that motorcycle show. She's the mom.
Yeah, but this is sitcom moms, and this is Peg Bundy.
Yeah.
We're not just talking about the actress. We're talking about the actual. She used to wear them cheetah pants.
Mm-hmm. She wore leggings and made them popular.
She did. She was rolling in leggings. I feel like there's a lot of lies in here on this one.
You know, they'd hit it and just. What did they say? Like, I'd do it, but I wouldn't tell anybody.
Yeah, I feel like we're getting. What it is you know what it is. Mike's not here. Mike usually is the kind of barometer on one end, and then we don't have We Too Deep, who usually stirs everybody up and kind of gets everybody going. Wavy D's a little calm without. He needs We Too Deep because Wavy D wants to. Yeah. Wavy D wants to push the boundaries when We Too Deep's around. Okay, so the next one is the mom from the Goldbergs.
I'm not there yet.
Just give it a second. It's a good one. This is a good one.
Reno 911. This is definitely a
This
hear
is
me
a good
out.
one. No, this is definitely a good one.
She was a smoker, so nah.
This is definitely a good one. Wavy D said hello.
I mean, like, put it back in a ponytail. She looks like a normal white girl, you know? It's just the bangs. Straighten the hair.
Yeah, the sweaters and the shirts. Interesting.
It's not that bad. It's not that
She
bad.
definitely got Wavy D's attention, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a hear me out. It's definitely a hear me out. It's one of the better hear me outs.
I'd say yes. She's funny, whatever. I mean, she's just a white girl.
Junkyard James said after 3 vodka sodas. All right. So this,
I think this is a definite yes. This is the mom from
yes.
George
Yes.
Lopez.
Yes.
She still looks young.
Yes. I think this picture was more from when she was the mom and not recent,
Yeah.
but yeah. Yes.
For sure.
This, I mean,
Is
I
this
don't even
even a
know.
question?
I
agree.
don't know why
It's
this
just,
is.
It's
a
just a
question.
yes.
Yeah.
It's a yes and move on. She's a good.
Yeah.
And she's a good.
No, this was a good one. So maybe I was wrong. A lot of these are better than I thought. This is a good one. I think this was Dead Chefs. Miss Lopez was my childhood crush. Yeah, I think she's a lot of people's. This is Malcolm in the Middle, Mom, right?
Yeah, I think that's a little bit more of a hear me
I
out.
think this is a hear me out. I think you
This is
got
more of a hear me out because she looks more a little like.
you gotta have a conversation about it at least.
Yeah. I don't know if it's an automatically yes, but like.
Wavy D said, "Ooh, who this?" This is Malcolm in the Middle. Dead
She
Chef.
definitely looks like a mom. Like, does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
quintessential mom.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Something going on in the eye region that bothers me a little bit. I'm not sure what it is. A little bit. I don't know if that one eye is.
There's not giving. I'll pass. I was gonna say pass, but I didn't want to be mean. But yeah, because she's not horribly ugly. She just feels like somebody's mom. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but some people are into that.
Yeah, mommy.
Just something about that fucking right eye that's not sitting well with me. She's hiding it. It's something's going on. She's hiding that eye.
Got it.
Okay, so this one. We gotta talk about this one.
What? I don't see it yet.
This was Wavy D's. Of course, this was
Nah.
Wavy D's.
It kind of feels like a grandma.
Yeah, it does feel like a grandma.
I'm gonna say pass. I'm gonna have to pass on that one.
No, Dead Chef, that was a great submission. No,
It
I don't
was.
think
It was
anybody's
good.
talking
It was
shit
good
about your
because it's
submission.
good.
Yeah.
Good. Because somebody could say yes.
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
wouldn't
No,
be
no.
entirely like, oh my god.
It was
but,
definitely a hear me out.
Yeah, for
I had
sure.
to look for something to go no.
She better laugh.
I don't
at
have to
me.
look at anything on this shit. Just no.
Yeah,
Just no.
I couldn't.
No. That's a grandma.
Mm-hmm.
I know Wavy D likes them old, but like
He likes them gills.
it's like Bette Midler. Like this fucking what's the other one that everybody likes? Betty White.
Yeah, definitely.
She feels like she's in that realm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So it seems she likes
see,
the-
here it comes. They can't hide it long, Lauren. They can't hide it forever.
Hello, would you like me to bake some pies on your pie?
It's like it starts to rev up. We see a couple of them, and then they start getting comfortable. And then all of a sudden, they're calling this grandma here a freak in the sheets.
Mm-hmm. This is funny because like it's those girls that like you think you'd always be like, no, I'll never do that. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm just wondering how we said
No to the other one and yes to this.
no to this,
She just looks like a mom.
but
Yes
we're
to
saying
this.
hear me out on this. Y'all gotta help me with that.
I agree. I would take the brown-haired one over the blonde one.
Wavy D says she kept Red Foreman around so long. She's doing something right.
Red. I love that show. That was a good show.
So this is interesting. There's a redhead. We know redheads have not done well.
I don't know what it is yet, but
Redheads have not done well in this group.
she's a pretty redhead.
I agree.
If you don't
I'm
like
with you on
redheads, then
this.
it's an automatic no. But I think that is a smash it.
Yeah,
I'll
think
take a
the
smash
hear me
on
out.
that,
I don't
please.
think there's much hear me out on this.
I know her from Orange is the New Black too.
Oh really? I didn't
And
know
she
she
was on
that
October
show.
Sky.
I know
I
her
love
from
that show,
that
too.
70s show and like that 90s show, right?
Mm-hmm. I never watched that 90s show though.
I watched 1 or 2 episodes. Wasn't a huge fan. It's not as funny when they were the parents and not the kids.
Yeah. Don't make it too woke, bro.
See, in this one, this is like a what are we doing here? This was a dumb one. I mean, not dumb in the sense of like, glad you submitted it, but like, there's no conversation there.
Yeah, she's pretty.
Yeah, that's.
She always made me laugh.
Yeah, Happy Gilmore's my favorite movie of all time. So.
Oh, was she the lady from Happy
She's the
Gilmore?
reporter.
Did not realize that.
Yeah, so like,
Crazy.
definitely.
A show.
She's gonna be in the new one. The new one comes out soon.
The new what?
Happy Gilmore, I think.
Oh, I didn't realize that either.
I think it comes out this month.
No
on
upper
Netflix.
lip, but I like it.
Y'all are very, very critical of upper lips.
I didn't even notice that.
I didn't either. That's not something, particularly when I'm drawn to a face. I don't think upper lip would be like, it would take a minute for me to notice that. I think
That would be interesting.
I go eyes first.
Yeah, I was agreeing.
What do
I
you
would
look
say
at
eyes.
first?
Me?
In a person.
Eyes? No, I lied.
You look at like thumbs and shit. You're weird.
Oh, don't even go there. Thumbs freak me out. Like Megan Fox, beautiful lady. Megan Fox thumbs. No, I creep.
She got those club thumbs.
Uh-huh.
Dead Chef says, I hope Happy Gilmore 2 is good.
Me too.
I'm pretty confident because Adam Sandler, he doesn't miss often. Even his Netflix stuff has been good. Phil wasn't hitting it right. Don't hate on Phil, man. Phil was doing the best he could.
I liked Phil. You know?
Now we got, we're getting into, this is Miss Huxtable. I don't think I was too young when the Cosby was on. I don't think I've ever looked at her like.
She's a pretty lady.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think that I was ever looking at her like that.
Hairstyles are so funny, right? Because like, did everybody do their hair like that then?
Sure, yeah, that was the thing. And also, but like, problem is like, she feels like a mom. Like, I grew up, she was fucking like, I was in the Cosby house watching, you know? Bill did me wrong. Fucking Bill. Now I see why Bill was into that freaky shit. She could be my shit. Here they go. See? You turn them loose. You get 7 pictures. What we need is
Yeah.
3 warm-up pictures that are just throwaway, and then we get into the conversations. 3 warm-up pictures, and then we go. Because now they're firing.
Let's go.
I think this may be the last one.
Is that the last one?
No, I think this next one's the last one. This is a triple threat match.
Triple threat.
This is all the Aunt Vivians. Now I have to look at this.
So I know y'all don't watch The Real Housewives of Atlanta. But the one on the top right-hand corner looks like Karen Huger.
Don't know who that.
Which is one of the housewives.
Don't know that name.
That's crazy.
I've never seen the new
they all
Fresh Prince.
Are pretty ladies, so
yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
I don't think any of them are really that questionable.
That's what I was gonna
if
say.
You don't like the hair, you know, they could just put a wig
it's
on or
timepiece, right? It's. I mean, for the time, that was Fresh Prince, Aunt Viv. Which one though? Because these are all Aunt Viv, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wavy D said all 3 same time. You do the damn thing, Wavy D. You do the damn thing.
Ride this train. Let's ride.
The one on the top right, giving me a little bit of Hillary Clinton, like black Hillary Clinton vibes.
It's the
Just
outfit,
saying.
I think.
Just saying.
Yeah.
1 and 3, no question.
I think that was like the fancy
2,
lady blazer
not
back
sure.
then, you know?
What?
I think that was the fancy lady blazer back then.
Yeah, is that a brooch that she has on?
Yes, that lady has a brooch on.
Or is it like a...
I believe it's a brooch.
It's a brooch, right?
Yeah, it looks like a brooch.
Yeah, it's a pantsuit. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Give me old HC vibes.
I don't know why people always take pictures like that.
The darker the berry, the sweeter the juice, Wavy D says. Okay.
I always think it's funny when girls now take Instagram pictures like, why are you touching your face for?
Touch your face
is there
for?
something on there? You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
All right.
Get it.
Holy shit, we went an hour and 15 minutes?
Did we really?
Top 5 list work, I'm telling you.
Top 5. I like my women like I like my candy.
You guys are trouble. I'm not reading this shit no more.
The
Y'all
chocolate
gonna get
berry,
me in
the
trouble.
sweeter
I'm not
juice.
reading this shit. You got anything else, Lauren?
No, that's it.
That's all I had.
Uh-huh.
I like this format.
It was fun.
I like
liked
top five format. It's gonna be easy to clip.
I'm
easy
not going to
to
research it, though, because I feel like when I research, then I go real far and deep into things.
I mean, you could just lose every list we have. That's fine.
You never know. One day I'm going to hit it real hard.
Okay, that's what she said. He said.
Yep.
That's what they said.
Exactly.
The Friday Night Lights girl is a big pass. That's crazy.
But the Red Foreman's wife is a go?
Yeah, Wavy D's got to get one last troll in before we get out of here is what this is. That's what I said.
Okay, all right. We'll take it on that then. Let's do it to it.
That's all we got for tonight, guys. Thank you for hanging out. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. As always, what do we have left this week? We've got tomorrow night. We've got Friday Night SmackDown, and then there's some things going on internally. We might. There's a chance. Not saying for sure yet, but I just get everybody's opinion on this. I might stop the Monday Night Raw show. I'm not sure. Monday Night Football's on Mondays. It's always the hardest one to prepare for. I feel like doing Tuesday sports, Wednesday this podcast, Friday wrestling, and just talk about all of wrestling on Friday. Friday is our big show. That's when we have the biggest audience. It's when everybody seems to be, it's not a work night, so a lot of people can stay up later. So I'm thinking about just compacting everything into Friday and going as long as I want to go on Friday. What about when football's over? We could re-talk about it, but I think, I can, to be honest with you, I'm having fun doing these other shows. And I really, really, really want to do a community-based show where like we do more top 5 list, but we get other people involved.
Because we're all hanging out in the Discord anyways.
Exactly. So I think I'd rather replace, I just feel like I can talk about everything in wrestling in one night. And so sometimes I feel like I'm stretching out content to 2 nights. I don't necessarily want to do away with having something on Monday or even shifting and doing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday or something like that. Mm-hmm. But I want to expand the channel a little bit in the fact that like I can talk about wrestling on Friday and get everything out about wrestling that I need to talk about. And so I think that leaves us with like, I want to get Wavy D and We Too Deep and Mike and anybody, Dead Chef, anybody who wants to, I want to get them more involved in whatever we're doing in whatever way they want to do it, right? If you don't want to be on camera, maybe it's just, suggesting a segment or something, but I think it'd be fun. Nothing's set in stone. We'll probably still do this Monday wrestling, but I just want to throw that out there and we can kind of continue that conversation in the Discord and see what everybody thinks. But that is all we have tonight. Make sure to like, subscribe to the comment. Lauren,
yes,
ring the final bell.